guys, I'm Jace and welcome back to my channel, Jace's Life. Um, this video is really hard for me. It's gonna talk about my biggest struggle in life, something I can't escape, I can't get rid of, and I just have to deal with it and push on through my everyday itinerary. I guess that's how I'll call it. Um, or how I'll say it. I don't know if you could tell, I'm extremely nervous about talking about this. I am nervous about, I'm nervous. I have this huge anxiety on me with sharing this information with you. And it's not an easy choice of mine. It's actually one of the worst, I wouldn't say one of the worst. It's one of the worst things I deal with, but it's one of the hardest things that, it's one of the hardest things that I deal with, but it's also one of the hardest things that I have actually had to share on YouTube, share to the world, share to everyone. But you know, I've went back and forth with this. I've talked to myself about it. Yes, that sounds absolutely crazy. I've talked to others about it, and I'm going to share a piece of me. So here goes. I have sickle cell anemia. I am not sure if you guys know what sickle cell anemia is. So sickle cell anemia is a blood disease. It concerns your RBCs, your cells within your body, the red blood cells. The red blood cells within your body actually carries oxygen. Sickle cell anemia, that came from, the name came from the cells in your body are supposed to be a round disc shape. But with sickle cell anemia, they turn into a sickle crescent moon shape. And of course, the RBCs within your body carry oxygen to other parts of your body for your organs and things to be able to function properly. Well, with sickle cell anemia, this isn't always the case, because if the cells become sickle shape or crescent moon shape, then they get stuck in places and can't carry enough oxygen, nor alone they can't even transport the oxygen to other parts of your body that needs it. And this causes excruciating pain within the bones and other parts of the body. It can be fatal. It is fatal. It has taken the life of a lot of people. It used to be where people couldn't live past the age of 35 or something like that. Don't quote me on the exact age, but the point is, it's life-threatening. And even on your best day, you're still in pain. Right now, 1 out of 10, I would say my pain is about a 4 right now, which means I don't need to take medicine because I've been living with it all my life. You're born with it. You can't catch it or anything. You're born with it. Your dad had the trait and your mom had the trait, and then bam, you have the disease. That's not always the case because I do have a sister and she does not have the disease. She has the trait, which means she is just a carrier of the disease. But I have the full-blown blood disorder, which can cause excruciating pain. Ways for them to help you through this pain is medication, narcotics for the pain, O2, which is oxygen, fluids, drinking water, or going to the hospital getting the IV and them flushing fluids through you. Hydroxyurea, which is a cancer drug, but it increases the fetal hemoglobin within your body, and that's a good thing because then you can have oxygen going throughout your body. But in the end, it's still painful, and even when receiving all of these things to help you through it, it's still excruciating pain. Like I said, some people can live at a 4 and others can't. I can cope with the 4 because I am a mom of 3. I am a nurse. I have to push through the pain. I have to push through the pain and get crap done. So a 4 to me is good. A 4 to me is a great day. A 10 to me is a very bad day, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'll go to the hospital. If I'm going over a 10 and my pain medication at home is not helping me, it's not helping me break through the pain, it's just not helping me at all, and I see it's not working, then yes, I do have to be rushed to the hospital. There has been times where my kids have had to call 911, or there has been times where my mom has had to rush me to the hospital, or my ex-husband has had to rush me to the hospital, or my best friend drops absolutely everything and comes running to me just because he knows it hurts. He knows it hurts. He knows that if I'm calling him and I'm asking for help, or I'm saying, hey, I can't get it under control, I'm going to have to go in. He knows I hate going to the hospital. I hate leaving the kids. I hate dealing with this at all. And he knows if I call him, that it's big and that he needs to come. I have a very great support system, and it's definitely needed with sickle cell. My mom has so many health issues, yet she truly helps me out with absolutely everything, anything that she can do. And I'm miles away from her, but she still will come running. My best friend Calvin is absolutely amazing, and he is a great support system. My kids are a wonderful support system. We do drills, you know. I've taught them how to be self-sufficient. I've taught them what to do. They've known since they were 3 and 4 exactly what to do, what's going on with mommy. Why is mommy crying? Why is she rocking back and forth? Why is she scared? You know, why is she screaming? Why does she have to take medicine? This, that, and the other. My job knows. They know I have to call in sometimes because the pain is so excruciating that I can't take care of others. I can't take care of my own patients because I can't even walk, or I can't even stop screaming or crying, or I just can't function at all. Don't want to be touched, don't want to be talked to, don't want to be rubbed, don't want anything. So how on earth am I going to get to work and take care of my beautiful patients, my babies, because I am a pediatric surgery nurse? But how am I going to do that if I can't even function myself? Lately, I've been getting these excruciating migraines, which we feel like is related to my sickle cell and the stress that I've been going through. So that has been very excruciating too, because the migraines actually cause my vision to blurry sometimes. It's not a headache. A migraine and a headache is 2 separate things. That drive me crazy when people think, oh, it's just a headache. A headache and a migraine is not the same thing. The migraine actually causes blurred vision, and I sometimes find myself vomiting. The other day, I was actually driving down the freeway vomiting outside my door because I had a headache that came on while I was driving. And I was just like, oh my God, like seriously, I'm trying to get home and I have a crazy headache. Um, Anyways, back to the issue at bay. With treating sickle cell, you know, I've given you a lot of the things that they do at the hospital, things you can do at home, you know, resting, taking your pain medication, make sure you're drinking a lot of fluids. 1 out of every 500 African Americans has sickle cell anemia. That's predominantly who you will see it in. But there are Mediterranean and Middle Eastern people that you will also see carrying the gene. Sickle cell anemia will cause painful crisis. You can live with pain on a daily basis. You're always going to have pain. Like, there is no zero for a sickle cell patient. I don't believe there's a zero. I've never been at a zero. I might say I'm at a zero because I'm so ready to get out of the hospital, or I know I've gotten it down to a 4 so I can manage at home or something. But there's no such thing as no pain with a sickle cell patient. But there is a thing as having pain and, sorry, there is a thing as like having pain and being in a pain crisis. That's a different story. So the pain crisis is when you're in full blown sickle cell crisis, you're having a sickle cell attack, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do. You're not coping with it. You're not functioning. You, it's hard for you to get up. It's hard for you to move. It's hard for you to get comfortable. You need to go into the hospital. That's having a sickle cell pain crisis. Um, but just having pain from day to day, that's a little bit different than a crisis. I feel like when you're having your pain day to day, you can actually cope with that. But it's still hard. And that's mainly why I became a nurse and why I became a writer. I started writing because I'm like absolutely insanely imaginative. Like, people actually think I'm crazy, the amount of details that I give and how I depict things. But the writing actually helps me to escape. Plus, it gives me an outlet. Um, when I'm writing, yes, I am still in pain, but it's kind of like taking my focus off the pain and onto something else. Um, and I became a nurse because ever since I was little, like, that's all I know to take care of me while I'm in the hospital is nurses. So I appreciate that. I've had good nurses, I've had bad nurses, and I thought I would love to be a great nurse and help people like I've been helped all my life. So that's important. Um, Again, I say it's really good to have a great support system. You know, I have a whole army of people. I feel like my mom, my kids, all three kids actually. My 2-year-old even helps me sometimes. It's so sweet when he helps me, and it just brightens my world. And I'm still like in excruciating pain, but it's something about him that just, he's just like, it's okay, mommy. It's okay. Feel better. Feel better. He gives me kisses and he rubs my head. And even though I don't want to be touched. Like, I endure it for him just because I know he's trying his hardest to make me feel better, and it's just so cute. But anyways, and my other two kids, they help me out a lot too. They're 10 and 9, and they just help me out so much. My best friend, Calvin, helps me out. My best friend, Cree, she's absolutely amazing at just like everything she does. And it never ceases to amaze me how much she still finds time to helps me. She's an awesome best friend. My friend Charla and my friend Nikki, they're awesome too. And they help me when I'm in pain or when I need, someone to keep the kids. Or they also can read me well because I also don't do really well with the self-help sometimes. And, they can read, oh, you're in pain and you're just trying to push through it, but I'm here to help. I'm here for you. And I really love that about them too. It's hard. But there are also a lot of triggers to sickle cell anemia. Getting too cold, getting too hot, stress can cause you to go into a crisis. Being dehydrated, being sick. Like, if you have a kidney infection, you can go into a sickle cell crisis. If you got a cold, like last month, my 2-year-old had a cold. Sneezed in my mouth. He had like this yellow drainage. He had strep. He had everything. And he sneezed in my mouth, and I got everything. And then I ended up having a sickle cell crisis. My pain started days before, and I was just managing at home. And then one night, I thought, okay, I have a headache, but I don't have the sickle cell crisis going on. I don't have the pain. I was at like a 3 or 4. And then all of a sudden, my migraine became super intense. I started vomiting. That dehydrated me. And I ended up in this painful crisis around 12. And I don't know, I must have laid in the hallway crying for like 2 freaking hours because I remember my kids finally woke up around 2, 3 in the morning. And my daughter was just so afraid for me because it's been a long time since I had been in that condition, just laying on the floor, crying, not moving, not doing anything, scared for my life or whatever. And so she kind of called my best friend. She called my mom. She called my sister. My sister is really good about caring for me and being concerned. And being my backbone, kind of, and taking care of me too. Even though she's all the way in England, she's like directing it. Mom, you've got to get there, and this and that, and like talking through and coaching me like I'm in some type of birthing section or something. And she's just like, I need you to breathe and this and that, and don't stress and don't worry about the kids. And she's awesome. She's amazing too. She's in the Air Force. But anyways, and so they call, like, they call 911, and they call the sitter, and they call my mechanic, and they call my mom, and they just called everybody. I don't know. They call like the whole army. It's crazy. But anyways, the point is, it can get really bad, and I do push through. I do still do things. I don't believe in it handicapping me, so I do still do the most. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because even though I live with this disease and it is painful, it does make you think about certain things because, like I said, you have to be careful with getting too cold, getting too hot, or being stressed out. And I'm in the middle of a divorce, or at least I was in the middle of a divorce. Now my divorce is final. But, for the last 7 months, I had been going through a divorce, and that was stressful. Becoming a single mom again was stressful. So, my crisis has been flaring up a lot with it, just going through everything, being dehydrated, working a lot. That's why I actually started making money in other different ways, building the online boutique, ellamonroe.shop. That's the link right up there, ellamonroe.shop. That's why I built that. I also built that basically to help other sick kids that are on the transplant list, or, that need a heart, need a lungs, or need lungs. I'm sorry, need a heart or need lungs or anything else. I wanted to help them and their families, but also it's a great income for me to help support me, when I do go down with my sickle cell crisis and I can't go to work, or, I can't really make money other ways or whatever. So, I do my writing, I build my online courses, I do my online boutique. There's a lot of different things I do because when you go down, you do go down. There are sickle cell patients that are in the hospital for 3 to 6 months receiving blood transfusion after blood transfusion after blood transfusion. It did make my pregnancies very, very hard. Like I said, any other type of sickness can cause you to have a sickle cell crisis. Like I said, my kid gave me that cold, and he had strep, and, I ended up having that crisis, and I had to go to the hospital last month and be in there for like 2 days because I was in this painful crisis from something else as simple as a cold, or if you have an infection, or if you just got tired, you have to be careful when you're playing sports and stuff. I did play volleyball. But you have to be careful with that too, because tiring yourself out, you can put yourself into a crisis. Getting dehydrated, you can put yourself into a crisis. So you have to be careful with absolutely everything that you're doing. It can cause other issues. It can cause eye issues, organ issues. It can cause you to, have kidney issues, gallbladder issues. I actually had my gallbladder taken out when I was in 9th grade, because I kept getting gallstones. I've had a left total hip surgery because I have avascular necrosis in both hips, which is actually where you have decreased blood supply to the hips, and the hip joints and different things become necrotic. And I was walking around in excruciating pain with no cartilage, and the hip bone is supposed to be like this, but I only had half of my hip bone, and the rest was absolutely deteriorated. It was completely necrotic and gone. So now I have titanium in my left hip. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot you have to think about, and you have to absolutely be careful. But I still believe in living my best life. And that's why I kind of try to motivate other moms to push through and live their goals, because I've been through absolutely the most. I mean, I have pushed the baby out on a Friday, went into labor early with him. I actually went into labor early with all my kids, but I pushed him out on a Friday and went back to school on a Sunday, like I do. I mean, not on a Sunday, on a Saturday. I pushed him out on a Friday and went back to school on a Monday. Like, I literally pushed myself to do the most, because I don't ever want to give up on my dreams, my greens. I don't ever want to give up on my dreams because I live with this crazy illness. Like, I don't ever want to do that. And I don't ever want a mom or any parent to feel like they can't do something because they have kids, or because they have this, or because they have that. You can push through it and you can find a way, because I know I did. I know I definitely push through my illness every day. I push through my illness right now to do this video. I push through my illness to go to work. I push through my illness to write. I push through my illness to take care of my kids. I push through my illness to go through nursing school. You know, like, I believe that anything is possible, and I don't believe in this disease taking over my life. With my last kid, I actually ended up in the hospital for 3 weeks. I remember begging the doctor to kill me because it was just so painful. My body was rejecting my own blood. It was rejecting the blood that they were giving me, too. Like, I went through 12 bags of blood. And I was in a sickle cell crisis. So I had 2 different things going on, and he basically had to sedate me and put me on a pain pump just for me to get through, because I could not stop screaming. And that was with my last pregnancy. With my second kid, because, you know, my first one wasn't bad. I was in and out of the hospital through nursing school, and I will be talking about this more in another video or whatever about my pregnancies with sickle cell and how I pushed through. But the point is, that was absolutely insane in itself, like pushing through school and being pregnant and dealing with sickle cell and going in and out of the hospital every 3-4 weeks or whatever. Like, it was crazy. So that's why I wanted to do a whole new video on connecting with parents and health conditions that has health conditions, but they are parents, or they're pregnant or about to become a parent, and, you know, they're scared. So I will be doing a video on that too in the next couple of weeks. But anyways, even with my second pregnancy, like, my freaking heart stopped in the middle of giving birth to my baby girl, to where I had to end up having an emergency C-section. So I do believe in accomplishing and achieving what people seem to be, you know, hashtagging as the impossible. And I believe in jumping the hurdles and making it possible. But anyways, I just wanted you to know that, yes, I am a mom, and I'm pushing through my goals, and some days I might make it seem simple or fun, but just know that my day-to-day living, all my days, every day is a struggle for me, because I live with sickle cell anemia. And I know that whatever you're going through, whether it's a health condition or a divorce or being a single mom, or, you know, being financially unstable right now, whatever it is, I believe that you can push through it too. And if you have sickle cell anemia, my prayers go out to you. And I know that you're dealing with the most, because I'm dealing with it too. But I believe in you, just like how I believed in myself. And I believe that you can push through and achieve your dreams. So anyways, thanks, guys, for watching this video. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for the support. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram. The link is right there. Well, my Instagram name is right there at jaces.life. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Jace's Life. I have a page, and I have a Facebook group, Jace's Life Moms Can Have It All. Hashtag Moms Can Have It All. So it'll be also right up there, or I might put it down there. Also, I have a Twitter. I haven't been tweeting a lot, but I do have a Twitter. It's Jace's Life also, or it might be jaces.life. I will look it and I'll put it right up there. And I also have it in the links at the end or whatever. Make sure to always like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, guys, make sure to subscribe. I will continue to post videos and things. Also, if you wanted to check out the boutique, that link again is ellamonroe.shop. There are cool things, activewear and stuff for, I guess, moms to wear, or whatever you seem to want to be comfortable in, or, you know, conquer the world in. There are nice little things there. Body scrubs and bath bombs and oils and things like that, jewelry. You know, check it out or whatever. 20 to 30% does go to help sick kids. So anyways, thanks again. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching Glimpses of Jace's Life.